Alright, so hello everyone and welcome back to my Serbian campaign for Kaiserreich. And, so I skipped forward a little bit in time, about 2 years, and the face of Europe has changed a bunch. So, the Danubian Federation still exists, however, the French Commune is gone. It's now split between the French Republic and the French Kingdom, which is obviously a puppet of the German Empire. So the monarchists managed to win against the French, and the Union of Britain is currently being invaded, and they are at war with half the world. As it seems, the syndicalist nation, or the Socialist Republic of Italy, is also dead. These are the last provinces. However, in the New World, we can see that the combined syndicates of America managed to destroy the remnants of the Union State and the Federalists. So, with that state of the world, and with the most important part being Greeks are now a puppet of the Austrians, because through some weird focus tree, these two nations went to war. And before I even could join, or before Romania could do anything, the Austrians basically landed in Athens and instantly white-pieced me and Romania out of the conflict and puppeted the Greeks. So, with Austria being this powerful, I think we're gonna have to need a little bit more build-up, and as it so happens, the Ottoman Empire completely collapsed under the weight of the rebellions of the Arabians and the Egyptians, and basically the Neo-Axis, or the alternate version of the Axis, more rather. And the Turkish went communist, of all things. Syndicalist, of course, in this mod. So, I do have a war goal ready, obviously, and we're gonna declare the war against the Turkish, and we're gonna take over Turkey, because that's how we do it. And of course, for the first couple of months, or days more rather, we're just gonna let them throw themselves against our lines, and then we're just gonna hit this wonderful little button that's gonna start our advance. And I also have a bunch of units here ready to defend against any potential invasions. We're quickly capturing Istanbul, quickly managed to gain a bridgehead there. That is exactly what I wanted. Just going to do this, and yep, there we go. Gonna take half of these units. Still have some units on the Austrian border, just in case. I also managed to get Montenegro from the Austrians through a focus tree. I built some forts here, but I think it's really impossible for me to actually do anything right now, because they have over 200 divisions, while I have, let's see, it should be roughly 66, right? Yep, 66 divisions. So, with that, with that out of the way, I don't actually think we're going to have an easy time defeating the Austrians without additional prep time. And as I said beforehand, I do actually have the non-core to core mod on, so capturing all these Turkish provinces, and then later, of course, annexing them, is going to give us quite a bit of manpower, which is exactly what we want. And what we're gonna do here is do this, but gonna have 3 of you guys standing here. If you could do that, that would be very much appreciated. So now we're going to just bust through the Anatolian, basically through Anatolia. And because Kaiserreich is Kaiserreich, it does take 100 political power points away from you when you annex someone instead of puppeting them, but we do actually want to annex them. We don't really want to puppet them at all, because there's not going to be any benefit in that. What are we missing? We are missing fighter and tactical bomber, which reminds me that we need to move them and do this. Because planes in this game are insane when it comes to their ability to actually cover your ass. Let's see, do they have any planes? Well, a few, but they are actually far weaker than we are, because they of course lost half their territory, and they had to switch governments, which means that they can't really support a giant force right now, which means that we're just gonna easily run them over right now and remove kebab 100%. You know, originally I wanted to take over Austria, then move to the Ottoman Empire, because, you know, that's just, I thought the Austrians were gonna be easy pickings, because they usually are. But because they are the Danubian Federation, they didn't actually go to war with the Syndicalists. They are at peace and have over 300 divisions, with Greeks being their puppets and Romanians most likely falling within minutes to them. I don't really think that that's going to work at all. So what we're going to do is just take over Turkey and possibly go into the Middle East, actually, because I have no idea what else to do, that's for sure. And yeah, so how close are they to capitulation? We have killed roughly 10 times more than they have killed of us. I'm not gonna call in Romania because there's no point. And what do we need to capture? We need to capture Adana, obviously. Do that. These guys should be falling within a couple of days. There obviously is some resistance to occupation, but these kebabs don't like to be removed. For some reason, their navy keeps trying to, or keeps sort of sailing around here. I wonder if they're anticipating. Oh, there we go. The Turkish commune is dead. Look at this. Look at this, boys. Bam! It's done. It's all Greater Serbia. Indeed. Now, what we might try to do, of course, liberate Cyprus and maintain our military occupation. And what this is going to do, it's going to tank our political power. But we don't actually need a political power right now. Of course, it's going to destabilize us a little bit, but we can always just go for higher stability. I am still continuously, it is ours now. Bam! Almost 1 million manpower. It is exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. And we also gain, obviously, all their military bases and everything like that. No, that's a bit too much. Let's actually just one of those guys there, and we can't actually research any naval stuff because we don't actually have a ship research, which is obviously not the best outcome. So let's request a ship from Germany. Do we actually have some sort of battleship that they would give us? Pre-Weltkrieg. That's not exactly what I wanted. Let's get a battlecruiser. They wouldn't accept. What about Romania? Do Romanians have anything useful? Pre-Weltkrieg. They wouldn't accept, so we actually have to go build our own stuff because our allies are incredibly competent, of course. So, what I'm thinking right now is, should we just go for the Middle East, or should we actually just go for the Austrians? At some point I actually thought about just kicking out Romania, just going for that, but because we now own all this stuff, we actually might even try to take on Russia. Because, you know, you might say, you know, Russia, that's insane, but they actually have less divisions in Austria, which is kind of weird, and this is really easily defensible because you have all the rivers here. Welsh Union. So well, in the middle of a war, they actually split off. That's stupid. That's really stupid. Portugal and Wales now. That's just their, you know, natural clay. I don't know what's the big deal. So I think we might actually say screw you to the Austrians and just go for the Middle East, because right now they are in the Axis. Could we just take on the Axis right now and just you know, put divisions on each of these? God damn, they have a lot of naval bases. Just put, well, like one division in each of these naval bases and just defend it. Because I don't think, like, how many divisions do these guys have? 15, 39, so they actually, these guys have quite a lot. But, I don't know, maybe not the Axis yet. What about Persia? They are in the... God damn it. Nah, we just run it into the same corner that we were beforehand. So, we might actually focus on the Austrians, but that's gonna require a whole lot more build-up than we currently have. So, I think I'm gonna skip over the build-up and come back when we're actually ready to invade either the Axis or the Austrians. We're gonna see, but I think it's going to be very interesting. So, back in a bit. Alright, so my war goal for Aleppo is done, and we shall declare the war. I'm not 100% prepared, because it was almost impossible to prepare 100%. It was rather draggy, this game, because our wonderful Romanian allies, of course, decided to declare war against the entirety of the Middle Europa, and they keep asking us to support them, which I'm obviously not going to do. We shall try and plow as quickly through Arabia as possible, just to try and grab as much land, and to try and you know, have a reasonably successful advance. These troops here will probably suffer quite a bit. In fact, I'm probably going to have to divert my planes there, just because it seems like this is going to give us a lot of trouble. But our main advance through Arabia is probably going to go well, just because the Arabian units are entirely bad. We can't actually see what their divisions are. Obviously we can't, and yeah, so we should try and just plow through here. In fact, let's try and grab this city here. What's their national unity actually? 90%, so that's not gonna help at all. Oh, it's gonna help, but not much. However, Persia is going to pose a much bigger problem, and you know, that's obviously not going to be very nice. It seems like the front lines have been completely wrecked, obviously, because that's the front line mechanic in this game. Just keeps giving me a headache, and that's obviously wonderful. Right. I don't know. This should probably work, right? I mean, this front line 22, this front line 23 divisions. I don't know. Hopefully you manage to at least push through decently. So you know what? Let's just make him aggressive. I really want to capture mainland Arabia as fast as possible, just to get at least some oil production. And what's better? Retention or growth? Retention seems to be a bit better, though at this stage of the game it might not. Okay, so we're pushing here, but we are actually failing our advance quite a bit. So let's halt, and the game is really draggy right now. Like, Romanians have been holding on for a surprising amount of time, which, you know, I'll give them that. But I think it's going to be futile, to be honest. I think at this point, since our supply seems to be okay, we should probably add more troops to the what's that, these guys here. Since our supply is doing okay, we should try and give our troops more support. I had them stationed here because when they were stationed at the border, their supply was completely wrecked, and that's obviously not a good thing. We also have some reserves here, which, now thinking about it, we might actually want to yeah, let's give it to a random guy. Let's just this, and gonna put him here as a reserve because I really don't want to. Complex Alexander has died. Okay, we don't even Well, I mean, we don't actually have him as a leader, so I don't think it matters that much, but okay, you know, whatever you say. Our airports are just about wrecked completely, and yeah, the enemy has a much superior air power compared to us. I'm not entirely sure how far I'm going to go with this conquest before calling the campaign a moderate success. At this point, it's 43. The syndicalists have largely been defeated, obviously, and the Union of Britain still standing strong. However, I don't think there's much of any point trying to go to war against Austria, even though they're in limited conscription and they have almost roughly 600 divisions. I don't think we can stand much of a chance against something like that. Let's try to make a cheeky push here with some fire support. Is it gonna work? No, obviously not. Because they're just I don't know, look how many troops they have. Shift click, can we do it? This is one thing that really bothers me about sometimes when making orders, that you can't actually, yeah, you have to select the thing. Bam. Try to make a push in the middle. Yeah, not gonna work. Not gonna work. Stop that, though. This order seemed to be going well, so let's try something like this. Let's try and moderately push in the middle. I think maybe I should have stopped that. I think maybe I should have actually, I don't know, built some forts, but I don't think it would have been that useful. Because, you know, even with the combined prowess of, you know, half the Balkans and obviously Turkey, with an entire faction being surrounded by factions and the Nubian Federation being so powerful this late in the game and so much lag, I don't think it would be reasonable to attack them head on. Where are tanks? I really know where our tanks are. Here. Could we try and push right here with fire support from those guys? That's not gonna work. Man, they're just too well entrenched, I suppose. Though maybe we should try and actually push through the middle again. Let's try this with fire support. It's continuously just fire supporting these guys and try to break the these Egyptians. Yeah, that's the Egyptian division. Egyptian divisions, more rather. Yeah, so we managed to push through the middle. I do have a lot of these guys are also suffering from. I'm building quite a bit of infrastructure, but I don't think it's going to be that useful in this whole setup. Right, so, but they're immediately pushing us back. However, are they? No, they aren't. Okay, good. Right. So I would call this an encirclement. Obviously, it's not. Let's try and attack this city here just to get some. Just to push them towards. And it's tank division. It's not a terrible template, but it's just not working. Yeah, obviously, this late in game, a single tank division isn't going to do much. Do we have any more? Yeah, we have one more. Just put it here. Kikuland. Interesting. Oh, that's just like a revolution, is it? 10 divisions. Yeah, I think I know who's going to win that war. I think I know, and I think the name starts with G. Rain. Right. So any more sort of half-baked invasions we could make. Let's try something like this. Going one tile at a time isn't going to be much progress. No, that's not gonna work. Right, I think we arrived at a bit of a... These guys, Jesus. I think I'm gonna move him back to a more supplied region, because it's really not gonna help us having them stand here out of supply. Yeah, that's the whole thing about fighting in Arabia. Like your unit's just completely wrecked because the Arabians don't even bother to build infrastructure, and the second line's really bothering me. Like, why? That's that, but what's this? Oh, so it's overlapping. It's really not what I wanted. Jesus, man, I hate these frontline mechanics in this game. It just doesn't fucking work. Like, it seriously doesn't work. Let's do that and this. Can you pull it back? Yes. Pull it back to here. Yeah, these frontline setups are just completely asinine. Like, why would it move so much? That's just, I don't get it. Okay, could we try to destroy this this tile? Not really gonna cut off Mosul, but it's gonna be something, you know. Hopefully they don't encircle us. Of course, Romania wants our support. Not gonna happen. Too bad, because you're at war with half the fucking world, Romania. It's not exactly the best position to be in for me. If I'm having trouble against Arabian nations, I'm not gonna go to war with Germany. Obviously not. So... Okay, so we're roughly equal. Could I call them in just to, you know, see what's gonna happen? Yeah, sure. I wonder if... Yeah, Romania is like on the border of being defeated, I don't think. I really don't think that's gonna help us much. Yeah. I think this campaign is gonna be very short-lived. Because... I don't know. It's just the way things turned out. Like, the socialists didn't push for Germany hard enough. The Austrians formed the Danubian Federation quite quickly. With the Romania being at war with the entirety of Middle Europa, I couldn't get their support for going after the Danubians. I think at this point it's sort of a lost cause. Well, it's not a lost cause. I could fight out this war, but it'd last incredibly long. I mean, I could try. Grabbing Mosul, whatever. Could actually do this because their troops are starting to be incredibly underpowered. Just one by one grabbing these tiles, use this river as sort of a good defense. Against Persia we're not making any advances because it's just it's, you know, it's hill territory. We don't have good hill fighters, obviously. I'm trying to create a pocket here. Whatever, just attack from two fronts. This one's not gonna work. Yeah, nothing. Let's defeat these guys. It's incredibly annoying. Just to sort of nicen out the front lines. Right. So I'll go for this. Could this work with the other division being sort of fire support? Aren't doing terribly against the Arabians, like the Hashemite, something like that, Hashemite. I don't know. We're doing okay against them. We're actually doing quite fine against them. I suppose their divisions are quite not good. We're not doing too great against Persia, obviously, because Persia, for some reason, their borders decided to be terrible for me. So I guess these plains are just going to be the way forward. Right. I guess they are. Again, the front lines are... Jesus. So should we try to do this? Just to try and push through the middle. This is not gonna work here, obviously. Yeah, stop that. Stop. Because, you know, once the attack failed, okay, you know, that's not gonna work. Guys can stop that. Though the middle attacks are actually going quite nicely, so maybe if we actually manage just to push the middle and try to overrun these guys first, then defend this little patch of what is it? Desert next to the canal. Oh, King Deutsch. White peace, really? Why wouldn't you just conquer this? Like, are you an idiot, Goering? I mean, I guess that's sort of a you know, weird question, but okay, it's like, obviously that's not gonna work for you. Well, okay, try and take these guys. We have such a numerical advantage. We should be able to just completely destroy them. Romania is helping us at all? Obviously not. Right, I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't try to invade those little islands in Greece that I own. Not Greece, but, you know, these little islands in Turkey. These guys having a really hard time trying to get there. What are you doing? Just go there. What are you, insane? Against Portugal. What are you doing? Jesus, you must be fucking... The AI in this game, man. The AI is just doing wonderful. Doing wonderfully as per usual. Okay, let's try and push through that. No, stop it. Stop. Come on, stop. No. When the AI is fighting against you, really can't do much. Okay, just push forward. I guess we just take this coastline, try to go from there. I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna work out, but might as well try, right? Let's slowly push through the middle. Take Baghdad. The Arabians really doing bad when it comes to their like organization and manpower. What's their manpower? Like overall manpower? It's still not doing too bad. They have a lot of divisions now, so I don't know what's the big deal. Okay, so try to take this tile. Try and push here. Let's change up the front lines again. Something like this. I'm not gonna make a big push in Persia. Not like that. So you're not gonna make a big push in Persia, I think it doesn't matter. And let's try and six of these guys down here. About to take Baghdad, not terrible at all. No, their capital is Sam. I have no idea how to pronounce that S. I don't think it's the Polish S or the S resembling the Polish. Well, let's try to go for the coast. You know, maybe Beirut on the way there. Right, so Baghdad is ours. Take this empty tile. So slowly but surely we're blasting through the Arabian Peninsula. Hopefully that sort of experience. We could actually try and encircle them here. It wouldn't be too terrible. Our air situation is not going too well. In fact, I don't think it's ever going to go well because we just don't have the production to outmatch these three. Or actually, how many nations are there? So there's these, and that's actually really big faction. It's 4 nations in that. Has Yemen joined them? No, Yemen is in Middle Europa. Okay. So we should go for extensive conscription. Just to get the manpower. Okay. Support them. Right, hold. Okay, so we managed to slice these guys in half, and now they're done. Okay, so this little pocket here, it's sort of interesting that it was out of supply, but I guess we just shredded them. Really? You're telling me you can't defeat these guys? Okay, so we managed to pocket those fellas there. I don't think we're actually going to bother at all with Persia, we're just going to defend this front. Actually, let's try to make a cheeky push in the middle, because there I see cavalry divisions there, and cavalry divisions don't have great defense. Well, usually not anyway. These guys might be gods, who knows. Let's make some pushes in the middle. Just, how's the tank situation going? No changes there. Combined syndicates. So the American Civil War continues. Okay. And so we're pushing nicely. It's probably going to take a while, actually. Grabbing these ports would be nice, though. Okay, so we actually managed to make some nice progress. That's pretty good. Wonder if we could just take these guys out. How close are those guys to capitulating? Actually, quite close. That's pretty good. If they actually manage to capitulate. So where are they? Whoa, it's in Mecca. Okay, that's not going to work too well, is it? Okay, so they're actually trying to make invasions now, which is something I like to see, actually. Okay, this isn't going to go too well. Or actually, if we give them fire support, all sides, that's going to work it. That's going to break this tie here quite nicely. So ours are production. Still quite a lot of guns. Our support equipment suffering. Obviously our fighter situation is not going too well. Let's try and import some steel again from Germany. Don't need as much oil from Romania, even though it was supporting them. There we go, front line sort of established. Let's go. And there we go. Slowly but surely. Okay, so the Persians are... Did we manage to break this? Or did we not? Not entirely sure. It doesn't seem like we have. I think we advanced here, in fact. Okay. Just regular attack. These guys can support you. There we go. Okay, so this offensive sort of on and off, isn't it? Full Barcelona. Whoops. Spanish... Oh, wow, the French Republic actually is attacking Spain. That's insane. The Mediterranean bloc, and they have no allies. Well, the French Republic is all these things. Do they actually have a focus against the... I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played it as much as the French. Okay, yes, let's push here, support. There's a lot of divisions in the, what is it, the east, I suppose. Hey, there we go. So, Romania is dead. That means that the game should run smoother. This could be good. Gonna try and, sort of go for these guys. Push here, push here, push here. So I don't think we're gonna be able to do much there, but gonna try for sure. And yeah, so the situation actually managed to break this. Nice. You could go for the Tabriz. It's so insufficient. Wait, why? Why is it insufficient? Iron Guard Romania. So now they're in Middle Europa. They didn't actually flip the government. Oh, because they're also national populace, so nothing changed there except that they're not in faction with us, but with them. Okay. It's not exporting any, so they went to actually close the economy. Interesting. So let's just go for Japan then. Guess let's just, you know, might as well go for the commies with that. Slowly but steadily pushing through. Making gains. Right. Alright, so the tanks arriving here. It's quite good. Trying to go to Tabriz. And then with the tanks. Okay. Tanks immediately stopped. What's the tank situation? Not any new tanks, unfortunately. Yep. Yep. Okay, so we're just gonna do sort of this. Could we just go for this? Yeah, that would be great. And just try to hold this, then go for Cairo, Alexandria, stuff like that. So actually, you might just completely capitulate them. It's much easier now because the game isn't dragging as much due to Romania being just completely done, which is good. You know, they were my allies and all that, but Jesus, the combined syndicates also. Why? It's just not enough. Like, what? Am I supposed to just start? Really? Really? That's annoying. Jesus. Okay, so we're not going to break 12 divisions, just like that. Okay, so we're not, we actually might get pushed back there, where we're actually holding quite steadily, so that's good. Though, seems like the Arabians have given up quite a bit. Whew, this would be a spicy pocket if we manage to pull it off. Yep, looks like we are, though they're definitely fighting against us. Okay, we actually managed to take this. Okay, so let's just take a few divisions, again, the supply, but I think it's just whatever. Okay, so we are working on the encirclement, but it's going a bit annoying. Okay, so they actually are pushing us back here. Did they push us back all the way or just a little bit? Not sure about. Stop it. Not sure about that. But I think that's quite okay. Take that. As the front, actually that's not a pocket. No, of course it's not a pocket because the Persians are not actually against or neutral. Right, okay. I thought I was going to be, you know, cheeky and all that, but I'm not. Okay, so if we could take this tile here, we could break them off, create sort of a point of defense here, and just completely take out. Okay, there we go. These four are going to be stationed right here. No, right there, not like that. Right here. So let's give them these two also. Delete this front line. This guy's going to here, and yeah, that's gonna be okay. Looks like there. Okay, that didn't work out too well. They immediately pushed us back. Does the order still hold, or is it going to be a bitch? I don't know, we'll find out quite soon. But we're actually pushing through Persia now, that's pretty good. Obviously we're pushing through here because they have like very few divisions. Well, they have quite a lot of divisions, but it's just that the divisions aren't doing as well. Jesus. I really need that mod where it allows you to see your divisions, like, okay, we're actually... Okay, so this line is holding. This holds. These guys are going to be wrecked. Yeah, the Egyptians have now arrived and are causing havoc among our troops. It's a lot of divisions there. No, not gonna be able to push that. Yeah, I think we could actually just advance for Persia right now because we have still on hills, but not in mountains. I think are these? Yeah, hills. These are mountains. Annoying. But making sort of a good offense there. Going to be hopefully holding against these guys. Come on. Okay, but we stopped attacking that. Could we pocket them? That would be insane. That'd be pretty good. 6 divisions, just pocket it. Actually, that's a lot more than just 6. Okay, 5. So we can just counterattack and take him up. Tanks, sure, whatever. Making very, very slow advances here. Right, so Persia, well, we actually aren't breaking through here at all. But that's okay, I think. Okay, we should be able to break them there. Home, actually home, yeah, they're very close. Persia's also kind of close. Right, so then Oman and Tripolitania. Tripolitania doesn't have many divisions, doesn't have much at all. 4 military factories. 1 division, okay, so Egypt is going to be the big problem, but I think if we manage to hold here, actually they managed to push us out, didn't they? God damn it. Should build some forts here. Are they gonna be able to break that? Hopefully we are. Come on. No, we're not. God damn it. So let's go and research. I actually researched quite a bit. I'll go whatever. That's not gonna help much, but something. And yeah, actually just send in the cav. It's just like those divisions are so broken down. I don't get it. I guess our divisions are even more broken down now that I think about it. Stop. Okay. That's like almost... Come on, it's almost dead. Jesus, that's annoying. Whatever. Okay, so the push in Persia is reaching a halt. Okay, let's stop that. Really, the front lines have been messed up again. I don't get it. Why are there 2 front lines here? Are you serious? Are you actually serious? These front lines, it's just really annoying. Okay, so they're still trying to, for some reason. Okay, we should be able to push them up. No. Okay, there we go. But they immediately try attacking us back, which is incredibly annoying. Right, so let's just grab the rest of these guys, just you, for the time being, and just slam them there, slam this guy, or whatever, who cares. They have a solid defense against the Egyptians. I realize they're going to be throwing everything they have at us. Again, they broke through. You know what? Just, Cyprus, what's your template? You have 1 division. This is just requisition, and I suppose. I mean, they're at war, they should be supplying us with troops. Right, so what's your template? I've seen better, but it's okay, I guess. I mean, you can't do much worse than my divisions, I guess. Just summon there, start the attacks and all that. Right. Create new front lines, something like that. I don't know. Those 5 divisions right here. Except for you. 1 divisions, 2 divisions somewhere, whatever. When they arrive, we'll just do that. And just, you know, try and hold the Egyptians as much as possible, and try and push through the middle. It's gonna work. Hopefully it is. We should probably... Our 18 planes, man. That's just... 18 planes. Wonderful situation. Okay, let's try and defeat the Arabians as quickly as possible. Service by requirement. The Persians, how's the Persian situation going? Very good stability. Good. Should probably go for limited exports at least, just so our trade. Okay, still need to trade apparently. Yeah, I was very optimistic with that situation. Still needs steel, obviously. Jeez. The French Republic. I don't know if we were just lacking convoys or probably not. It's just I don't get it. Okay, so pushing through. The Persian front, moving around, not doing much. Make an advance here. There's no one there. Just an empty province. I think the most likely we're actually gonna have is go through this south, because this is still very hilly and mountainous and everything terrible. Try and go for that. Trying to encircle whatever divisions they have. Let's actually just go for a general push. Actually managing to push them back here. They pushed us back previously, but now we're pushing them back, so it's okay. Improved equipment. Okay. That's the research mechanized. I don't think we're actually going to be using mechanized at all, seeing that our tank situation isn't the greatest either. If you manage to break through this, I'm actually just gonna beeline it straight for Mecca. I'm really surprised that we've taken out they have like 2 cities left. Like that's such a weird position. Okay, this is not going well. Yep. Some more arrows, and yeah, they're gonna be pushed back here again, which is okay. How many losses do we have? 3. Okay. So we roughly inflicted the same amount of losses that we have on the Arabians. And fighting like 4 nations at once with not a great nation is really bothersome. but it's going okay. Going better than I thought. Carlos, Spain has capitulated. Oh boy, so now our fall of Gibraltar. Our situation here is going to be pretty bad again. Yep. Yep. Carlos, Spain no longer exists. Whoa, Portugal to 16, Canada, French. Okay, so because the it's just entirely annexed by Portugal. That's brilliant. Oh, okay, they puppeted Spain. And again with a national populace. So the entire civil war was pointless, guys. Good job. I wonder how the British are still holding on. They have 237 divisions, are at war with half the world. Like literally half the world. Syndicates of America, no factions. They are again at war with half the world. Basically the entire Entente and Middle Europa faction. We're gonna let the Ottomans, or not the Ottomans, the Egyptians just waste themselves against our divisions here, which aren't in a superior defensive position, but they're doing okay for themselves. Should we just beeline it for the for the capital? Let's do that. Just some advancement here. Like that, just to try and actually maybe if we just take this city, that'd be okay. Nope, not gonna happen. These guys, try and support them. Now they're dug in. Okay, we're actually managing to break them a little bit. It's 5 victory points and they are 92, so that's not gonna help much. But it's gonna help a bit. Medium tank 3. Not gonna upgrade our... Yeah, I'll just work on the modern tank. Modern tanks are insane. Alright, we're actually getting pushed back. Actually not, okay. Right, okay, so we're... This is really bothersome. This is almost as bad as fighting in China. Like really, this is annoying. Okay, so these guys haven't actually advanced in a while, so let's try and give them the order to break Persia a bit. These 10 divisions, where are they gonna join? Let's join up with these guys. Is this field marshal? It's not very stacked, is he? No. Well, we're actually managing to break these guys. Boy, we actually managed to break this front. Like, this is the biggest thing. The biggest bother of them all, to be honest. We're fighting with such low strength units right now. So annoying. Okay, managed to actually break those guys. It's quite surprising, to be honest. Didn't expect that. 99%. We need to take like 1 tile or something. Okay. No, still not working. We really need at least 1 more city, and it's all the way there. The 1 city. Okay. Look, really, would you continue fighting if you're... I guess you would, wouldn't you? Oh my god, these guys are moving behind my back. Nah, so annoying. Well, regardless, I mean, they're gonna get wrecked quite soon, so... Why aren't you moving? Okay, good. Jesus. Took you a while. So how are we... Okay, so we have to go through here, and then through here. I mean, this should be easy. Shouldn't it? Okay, half you guys just join the Persian front and try to defeat Persia. The other half just gonna go for Oman and kill that. Are we doing here? Okay, actually, okay, more than okay. Try to cut them off here, that'd be great. You know, God bless Germany with the Suez Canal. Suez Canal. 10 divisions there. It's really annoying. Okay, with that, actually, our plane situation didn't improve at all. Okay. Okay, I guess those guys didn't have many planes either. Actually, if we manage to attack these guys, attack this attack, support from those, take this tile, then these southern guys will be completely cut off. Nope, not gonna work. This is just annoying. Come on, just... okay. At least these guys are not at war with us because they're a German puppet. Previously British territory, I do believe. Okay, so I'm gonna let these guys just duke it out. Don't really care. I guess let's just generally advance. I don't know. This push here really annoying. Why is it so difficult? Stop. Can we do that? No. I guess let's just stop. It's really fighting in Arabia, man. Without like at least 20 divisions of tanks. It's really annoying. Starting as a small nation is really bothersome. No matter if you're playing a mod or just vanilla or whatever, it's really annoying. Basically always. Could go for nukes, but right now it's really not going to be useful. It's 44, making a pretty big push here. Managing to hold them back, obviously. It's their manpower, pretty good. Okay, we're not going to be able to just smash them. That's those guys done. These guys managing to sort of kind of hold. Let's just do that. And we can try to take Tehran. With Persia out of the way, we could focus solely on Egypt. And that would be okay, of course. Okay, these guys. You move your border here, front line there. Just do this. Okay, so they're still advancing. Trying to advance anyway. Actually managed to push us back here. There's a lot of divisions that they have, and it's just doesn't matter if they make a few gains. We'll just take it back later anyway. 605 actually managed to take a lot of casualties there. Lots. If it wasn't for the Egyptians, man, this goddammit, the Axis. Okay, so managing to throw us back here. Looking back and forth. I'm trying to... Where are our requisitioned troops? I'm not entirely sure. Naval battle. Oh, okay. Managing to actually defeat them. What's actually their navy like? That's kind of a question. Naval force. That's not very much. Actually could just establish superiority. Search and destroy. Eastern Mediterranean. Bam. They're really managing to throw us back here. Just pushing everything into us. Okay. Okay, so I don't know. Just do something like this, I guess. How close are the Persians to Oh no. Oh shit. Okay. Messed that one up. Close out the Persians to capitulating. Halfway done. 58%. Okay. Could we just close the economy? I wonder. Nothing much we could actually do right now. War economy. We actually can't even go to mobilization. Go close the economy. Yeah, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Source by requirement? No, not yet. Chief of Navy. Marines. Some gas. Same thing, actually. Okay, I think I'll come back when I manage to beat the entirety of Axis, and that's when I'm gonna call it quits on this campaign. I think we've done enough. Alright, so we're not done yet, but I managed to basically capitulate Persia like 5 seconds later. But the Sultanate of Egypt went to war with the entirety of Middle Europa. Probably for the Suez, now that I think about it. But I think that's like the dumbest move of every dumb move that I've ever seen. So now they have a whole lot more on their plate than just little old Serbia. That's going to be quite a war. So now we have all these offers, and but our steel situation is just terrible. Like I don't get it. Like, are people just not producing steel? Like this is just not good. Not good at all when it comes to steel production. Probably should have gone to close it companies. I'm just gonna rob every one of their steel. Need it. But yeah, so again, I'll come back when we're at least about to win. Alright, so this is the state of the world after the war. Obviously the Germans took a majority of the Egyptian land because they guess they just liberated it themselves, even though they used our armies, but we managed to encircle them quite nicely. Gibraltar became a puppet of Germany, and Flanders actually took somewhat Central African position. We managed to take the entirety of the Arabian and Persian states and created Greater Syria as a puppet of our own. So yeah, I think this is a pretty decent position considering our starting states, which were I think just these two right here. So yeah, I think we actually managed to do quite nicely. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully enjoyed, and see you next time.